episode 1 of
Share That Shit.
Hey. I'm Kiana.
I'm Edwin.
I'm Rosalind.
I'm Tracy.
I'm Ebony.
I'm V.
I'm Natasha.
And I'm Sierra. And we are the ultimate group of nurses that are going to bring most powerful information to you. Share That Shit is what again, Ashwin?
Share That Shit to me is a bunch of Black registered nurses who came together with one thing in common. We knew one person, Sierra, and we also had one other thing in common. We were all cannabis nurses, and so we were married then by two things. And here we are, and we all had a vision to transition from being nurses to being bosses. And this is what we have come with. And I'm gonna let them all give y'all the explanation of what Share That Shit is to them, but I just think we are phenomenal and we know how to work together and bounce off ideas, and it just feels really, really good to have people that you can do that with. And so we want to share our shit with you.
And we all come from all different areas of the United States. We are all different part of nursing and have different experiences with nursing. And the one thing, like I said, is that cannabis is the thing that brought us together. And then also all of us have different life experiences. Like we've all been through various shades of shit, so and that has made us stronger, and it's not us bonding together and coming together and bitching about something. It's about us releasing and helping others release their shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and as we came together about sharing that shit, it was like the Holy Spirit gave me something happened that induced trauma. And I know I have gone through trauma and may not have, because I've always been raised in a faith-filled home. So number one, like going to therapy, we prayed, and that was what we knew to do, was just pray or go to someone in prayer. But then it goes even deeper, and sometimes you just gotta, like she said, get it up and get it out, because that one thing that you get out, somebody may be ready to jump off a bridge thinking that they don't have hope. And 9 out of 10, one of us done been through the same thing that you're going through. So the purpose of Share That Shit is to let them know, we've been through some trauma in our lives, but guess what? We still here, we still standing, we still have faith. Okay, and so we're here to encourage, we're here to inspire, we are here to build, and we are here to make sure that we are creating generational wealth for our children and our children's children and yours too.
That's right. Yeah. Man, Tracy summed it all up. What she say, just to piggyback off of the things that everyone else said, this is something, I don't know about y'all, but this is something that has been on my heart for probably my entire adulthood, because I know that I went through a lot of things in my life that it almost took me out, like Tracy said. And so, it's good to hear experiences from other people, so you can because that's one thing the enemy does. They want to make you feel like you're the only person. Your life is the worst. Nobody else go through. And that absolutely positively is not true. And I think that as women, we're entrepreneurs and we're mothers. And wearing all of those hats, it requires so much of us. And a lot of times we put ourselves on the back burner. So that is something else that we're all learning how to work, work smarter and not harder. I know people think being a nurse is just cute little scrubs.
It is not.
It is something.
It is not.
It's mental. I told them that it's really the mafia. Like, and so it's like, you've done all that, and you've done all that, and you take care of everybody else, and you have to learn how to take care of yourself. So that's all a part of our healing journey together, is holding each other accountable. Hey, don't you work so hard. Make sure you rest. If you don't feel good, you go to the doctor. And so it's just like us holding each other accountable, even to the point where we're saying you work too much, you need to rest. You need to go to sleep.
In love.
In love.
Yeah.
So that's my take on what we're doing here.
For me, this all came about at a time in my life where my life was just kind of flipped upside down. So to be able to be a part of a group of women that were entrepreneurs and also nurses, had also been through a whole lot of shit in their life, and being able to share what I had going on, because there's not too many people around you that understand. If you're not a nurse, you don't understand. If you're not a mother, you don't understand. If you're not in business for yourself, you don't understand. So there's like a very small community. And so it's kind of crazy, like, to be able to meet this amazing group of women, everybody from different parts of the United States, but all coming together, and we feel like we've known each other for our whole life.
Yeah.
And just meeting each other for the first time in person yesterday, and just all the love and the good vibes, because a lot of things you don't have to speak, it's already known.
Yes.
And when you have to explain every single thing to someone who doesn't understand, you're just like, you know what, I'm just not gonna do it. I don't feel like going through that, so I'll just deal with it on my own.
Yeah.
But being able just to say a couple of words and somebody speak up and say, well, look, this is what you need to do, or I've been through that before. You don't have to explain every single thing out. And then having a group of people that you can talk about things, and nobody's like, oh, well, so-and-so said this.
No
and
judgment.
there's no judgment. Nobody. Absolutely. Like, it's very unique to find a group of women who have no judgment, because that's what most people have. They just sit around and judge. Okay, your backyard is definitely dirty.
Yeah.
So how you gonna look across the fence and tell me about mine? You know what I'm saying? So it's just been a blessing to me.
And that shit for each other. Just chill.
Yes, just chill.
Even
Just
when
chill
nobody
is
else
okay.
is just cheering you
Absolutely. Like, and just having that. You guys have no idea. When I came to the door, just waving like, oh my God, really? Like, you made it. We're just so happy to see you. Like, it's just genuine. There's no fakeness about anything. I love it. We can give each other, pointers about things. We can say, hey, well, I think you need to do this, but like you said, all in love. Nobody gets offended. You know what I mean? That's hard to find as well. Everybody's in their feelings. I gotta say things a certain way, not to offend somebody. And I don't have tolerance for that anymore after after you've been a nurse and over 50, and you're going through some other changes in your life.
And we tired of people playing with us.
Absolutely, I don't have time. You wasting my
About
time.
feelings and stuff.
I don't have time for that. And I don't know if that's because I work in the OR. We always learn tough skin. You don't take it personal. It's tough skin. Somebody say something you don't like. You're dealing with the patient right now, but I will deal with you after. That's just me. That's just me. I might not deal with you right now, but I am absolutely
a black nurse.
And you can call me aggressive if you like. That's fine. But I will deal with you later, because if I let you take an inch, it's gonna take a mile, and I'm not with that. Right. So I'm just up. I love the honesty amongst all of us. So it's camaraderie for me. And being able to learn. I'm the newbie when it comes to cannabis. So I'm like learning from all of you guys, and it's just like amazing. Thank you. So that's what it is to me.
You can't talk about it. Right, you doing your thing, right.
So that's what it is for me. What you guys think?
Well, me, I am thankful and grateful that I got a chance to meet Sierra, who brought all of us together.
Yes.
It has been a growth for me because I had to learn to get a lot of trauma off and be able to know how to express the feelings. And like I said, like you said, no judgment. We don't judge around here. You can come and share about anything. We just trying to open up a platform for people with, if you just don't know if you want to share, but you want somebody to listen. That's what we're here for. I mean, just because we all different shades, we done had all different backgrounds, done came from all different things. So we all got our own traumas that we all coping with. And because we have these strong group of ladies, it has been a great platform and a great support system. And I know for me, I need to be around women that's greater. And these are the greatest women I can ever be around. So I'm here to share that shit with everybody.
You guys, share that shit came from learning the power of sharing our superpowers, right? All of us have our own superpower, and we learned over this last, y'all, it's been a year. I don't know if y'all know that. And I'm gonna try to say this without getting emotional, but at the end of 2023, I was going through some shit, okay? And I was getting ready to start my big mentorship group, and I didn't have the energy. And what dropped in my spirit was, you better get some women around you that know how to pray. I didn't know what I was going to go through, because 2024, if y'all had not been there, it would have took me out.
I think it would have took a lot of us
out. So I remember God specifically saying, get some women around you that not only are strong and powerful, but that could pray. You're going to have to, I didn't know at the time, but I was going to need somebody that could pray me out of some places, right? Come on. And that can also love on me and let me know that I have grace in these times, right? And also hold me accountable. Like, shake that shit off, girl. When you gonna come about it, you got 48 hours, you know? And so we also learned that that's how we make our transformation. And so the trauma came behind us being entrepreneurs. You don't know your traumas till you get into business. And they trickle down, and you have to deal with this. If you don't deal with it, you'll lose everything. Right? And learning that we're not just having these conversations so we can have bitch sessions, I'm not using that term, but it's, what is the transformation that's going to come from sharing that shit? And so this is the power. And even though we're all nurses, we're all Black nurses, we have all been through transitions of different areas of business. We even are, a lot of us share a lot of common in nursing, but we even are all in different areas of nursing. But what we're doing and the trajectory of where we're going is going to reach a multitude of women who need to be pulled out of a dark place.
Not just women, just men too. Y'all gotta share that shit, because y'all have trauma just as much as us women. And we have male nurses and other males that have trauma. So it's not just for us women, it's for men too.
Absolutely. So if you are tuning in to us, come in, have a seat, pull up. Because you are going, there's going to be some episodes you're going to learn. There are going to be some episodes that you're going to cry. There are going to be some episodes you're going to be mad, because we're going to hold you accountable for what
your shit.
The healing, what happened to you is not your fault, but the healing is your responsibility.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're here to do. So welcome to Share That Shit.